Hi YouTube, and today I'm going to be talking about games that personally I think are amazing, games that got me interested, games that I straight away fell in love with, games that I just think are really cool even though they didn't get much praise. A lot of stuff like that. I'm going to talk about mechanics in some of them. I'll try keeping the short because I know I can drone on a lot and I'm not as flashy as the other YouTubers who do this. So let's begin. First game I want to talk about is a new, well, recently new, probably about a year, 2 years old, Lollipop Chainsaw. Right, I mentioned this in the previous video, I just got it, but I immediately fell in love with the game. The gameplay mechanic is really, really good. It's really fast paced and the comedy just keeps on coming. And there's loads of different stuff that I can do. I enjoy the artwork in the menu, because it looks like a comic book and everything. It's very comic related. And just the unit's amazing, as I've already said. Characters, spot on. And gameplay is actually very, very fluid. I do have problems occasionally when you are surrounded, because it's very difficult just to get out. Once you're swarmed, you have to literally just keep grinding away, and then probably use one of elf things to heal you. But yeah, Lollipop Chainsaw, I'll recommend getting this if you can get it cheap, because it is very short, but I've played through this now about 3 or 4 times, and I'm still loving it. Next game I want to talk about was a game which came out for the PS2. When it came out, I was really sceptical. You know, 2 things that I never thought would go together and work, and that is Kingdom Hearts. Now, I'll say 2 things that won't go together: Squaresoft and Disney. Disney, obviously being like for babies and stuff, and then Squaresoft being like this really good RPG maker. But I was not disappointed. I have put so many hours in this game. I've completed this maybe about 10 or 15 times. This is still my original copy, and all I can say is it gets better and better and better the more times that I play it. And they are bringing out a HD remake on the PS3 very soon. I think that's coming out in September, and that you get Chain of Memories and what is it, 256 days RAM as well, which is pretty cool actually for, you know, an HD remake, revamp something. But yeah, this, yeah, the characters that are with you, Donald and Goofy. Donald being the mage, and then Goofy being like, you know, your sort of tank, and then like your character, which is kind of based on the lead character from the Bouncer. And you will recognise some stuff from like the Squaresoft series and then some stuff from the Disney series, because it's all just mixed together. Again, if you can get it, recommend getting it, and then you'll instantly fall in love with this game. Next game I'm going to talk about, obviously a new game, Mortal Kombat, or Mortal Kombat 9. This is such a brilliant revamp. It is a brilliant reimagining. Controls are fluid. I'm not really graphics fan, but the graphics are beautiful for a fighting game. And again, like I said, it's fluid. So usually when you get this 3D fighting, it's very, you know, not fluid. It's 3D sprites with 2D background. No, it's 3D background, kind of 3D sprites, but it's done on a 2D perspective. So it is very fluid and it's not slow. It can take some time getting the hang of this. Controls are simple, but if you go against someone who's like good with Ermac or Noob Saibot, you might as well forget about it, because them two, you've got some great combos for it. Stuff that'll like kill you in about like two sets of combos. Yeah. But yeah, this moment that I got this, and you know, I was a bit like, oh, I'll get it. You know, demo seemed okay because I played the demo to hell, and then I got this, and I'm like, oh cool, this is awesome. Looking at all these characters, story mode, very good. Also, I was playing this with the person who lives downstairs from me, and we would play on this for like hours and hours and hours, and we went through everything, did every challenge, get the highest amount of coins that we could for each one. Again, if you can, get this game. Imagine this, it's 1998, it's Christmas, I'm getting my first PlayStation. Right, I was only young, probably about 8, something like that, no, about 10, I think, then, maybe 9, I was getting my first one, and my dad got me this game with it, only one game with it, and that is Resident Evil. Now, God bless my dad, he didn't care about the age restrictions that there were on this, 15. But this, I immediately fell in love with it. I was like, oh my god, this is the new style. I was only used to Mega Drive games. Mega Drive, could not even touch this. 3D, practically free roam. It seemed free roam at the time. And the zombies are like, what the hell is this? And a storyline. Original copy, you have to get for the novelty. The voice acting is atrocious, like really, really bad B-movie, and you actually get a really bad B-movie intro to it. But as soon as I got to this, I fell in love with every single title. What I can recommend, if you don't have, obviously if you can't play PS1, which is weird, you can get, what I recommend getting as well, is the remake that we did, either for the GameCube or the Wii. I got the Wii version here, and the controls are actually spot on and really tight for a Wii title, even with the Wiimote. But you can use your GameCube joystick and everything, and also it's full HD. You get HD in it, so it's really good. This is a really good adaptation. There's only probably about 30% of the game which has the same areas as the original. But this, yeah, you have to get it, more or less. It's really good, and it's actually it's actually scarier than the originals. But yeah, Resident Evil 1, either the remake or on the PS1. Also, I think now you can get it on the PlayStation Network as the Director's Cut. If you can get it on PSN Network, get it on the PSN Network. And again, I want to talk about another PlayStation game. I got this in like '99, and because I saw a review of it in a magazine, and I was really good because it said that it wasn't getting released, but it looked so good. And I'm gonna say I'm not the biggest fan of Final Fantasy VII, so that to me was meh. I didn't like it, but from what I saw of this, I loved it. It was Resident Evil style survival horror, but made by Squaresoft. And that game is Parasite Eve. Now, this I had to get specially imported. At the time, my dad paid something nearly about £50 to get this imported from America for me, because you couldn't find it in any of the stores in my local area, and obviously this is one thing that I wanted to own. This game is just, it's beautiful, great characters in it. What is good as well is the sequel too. Don't get the third birthday on the PSP though. That is terrible and has nothing to do with the game apart from the fact that however you pronounce the name. This though, good survival horror elements in it. Limited ammo mixed with this not turn-based art, well, kind of turn-based, but free roam turn-based, so you can dodge attacks. You're not just stuck in one place like you are with the Final Fantasy series, you can move, which I love, and is another reason why I love Kingdom Hearts, that fighting mechanic is good. The magic mechanic in this is okay, but I have gone for this game now maybe about 20, 30 times. I keep going back to it maybe 3 or 4 times a year, because I just love this game, and this is my original copy as well. It's not one that I've rebought. This is the original copy. Okay, next one I want to talk about is a memory of getting my first ever PlayStation 2. Right, when I first saw the PlayStation 2, I was a bit like, oh, because I had a Dreamcast, I had Shenmue, Jet Set Radio, Code Veronica X. I was happy as Larry. And also I had the DCX for playing imports. And my mate came around with his, because his mum just bought on the PS2 with Grand Theft Auto. I was like, oh my god, I have got to own that. I want to own it. GTA, this free roam, 3D Grand Theft Auto. We're only used to the stupid little 2D over-the-top things, which weren't even that good, to be honest. Which were terrible. And I was like, oh, pestering my dad and everything. And he got me 2 games. And I got one for Christmas. I got one cheap at the Sony Centre. He got one out of Sony Centre, because Sony Centre in England, if you don't know about it, New Year, if you go there, New Year's Day, early morning, New Year's Day, I mean, you have to literally camp out. You can buy top-notch electronics for like cheap. I mean, my dad only paid about £50 for a PlayStation 2 when it first came out, and it were on this like deal thing that they're having. And then he wouldn't let me have it until I got games, because obviously there were no games with it. So he got me 2 games, and the 2 games that he got me was Oni. This game is a very good 3D beat 'em up fighter. It's very good. The thing that I have loved from this was I love the anime art style and the fact that they kept the anime in with the entire game. Fighting mechanics are okay. Going back now, it hasn't aged good. One thing to note though, when I saw another game that this company made, I know it says Rockstar on it there, but Rockstar had nothing to do with this game at all, really. I think they were just the publisher, but the people who made it, Bungie, who you might know, made Halo, so when I saw Halo for the Xbox, I was like, oh, and it's Bungie, ooh, awesome. This though, it's dirt cheap, it's bargain bin, is this. But get it, another game that got me. I already liked the series a bit on the PlayStation, but I didn't really start loving it until I played this. And this is Silent Hill 2. Now, this is like the original copy of it as well, because my dad got it pre-owned because he didn't want to pay any money out, you know, being a cheapskate and all. But he got me this, and oh my god, I was peeing myself out of fright with this. What can I say? Survival horror, but really dark, and the enemies are not normal monsters. They're all weird and, how can I say, messed up. They're all messed up, and that's one of the things that I fell in love with this game about, because it was messed up and it was real and it was really grotesque and it was really sick, and I just fell in love with it. And what I can say is though, the controls are so wooden. Seriously. The controls for the weapons, if you're using a melee weapon, that's all it is. There's only one animation, so it's very wooden, and it walks very and runs very wooden. Characters, very good. Again, the storytelling, as usual, Silent Hill series, very good. What I can say is that they brought out an HD remake of this, which I actually own. Got the HD remake for the Xbox 360, and that contains Silent Hill 2 and Silent Hill 3. I prefer Silent Hill 3 than 2. I want to show you 2 because I had more to do with, like, you know, my screen and I got into it. Silent Hill 3 I think is better. It's real scary. Like, I have a great memory. There's me and my mate Jamie. I just bought this. We were playing through it. We were blasting through it because we loved the Silent Hill game. We were blasting through number 3. You get to this room and you see this mannequin. And we're like, oh, okay, that's weird. And then we walked off. You walk around the corner away from this mannequin after picking up some handgun bullets, and all you hear is this BOOM! And we're like, I paused it, dropped the pipe, we shit ourselves at the time. It must be about 14, I think. But we kind of shit ourselves, went outside and like, shall we go back in? Yeah, went back in. All that happened was the mannequin's head blew open and there was blood all over. But worst thing is, it wasn't just a bang, you heard a scream, like really high pitched scream, so that freaked out even more. Shot, oh my god, something's just happened in this room. But yeah, that is one of the best games that I've ever played. Another game memory that I've got is the first ever computer game console that I own, and this is still the original one. This is my Sega Master System Power Race 1. This is the original one. The story behind this was my sister's boyfriend had brought this round to play on, and that's the one. This one I first got into. When I first got into video games, obviously I was using a Sinclair ZX machine, you know, making my own games at a really young age. But then he brought this round to play, to let me play on, and I loved it so much. And I just asked him straight up, "Can I have this? Can I have this? It's amazing. It's like the best thing ever." And I totally love Alex the kid. And he just said, "Okay." He let me have it. straight up, I was like, oh my god, oh my god. I was so happy, I had tears, I was so happy when I got this. Because this was like my starting point for video gaming. And games that I had with it were obviously Alex Kidd, Sonic 1 and Super Mario 1, but not the cards. I had the actual little credit card which you put in, which is really good. Which was like really cool. I've never seen that before. The only console that I've seen it on, and that's only recently since I've only just heard about it, was the TurboGrafx. But key card? Really? That seemed high tech to me. Yeah, at the time. And that is one memory that I will always have. Other memories, I have loads of memories with stuff. I have a really big memory of playing a few games with mates and that lot. But what I've talked about now are games that I love and made me fall in love with certain consoles and stuff. And another series that I want to talk about actually is the Yakuza series. It seems to be very underrated, even though there's a lot of games out for it in the series, and you can get them pretty cheap. It's kind of a, I would say a GTA clone, but that's not it. It's more of a Shenmue clone made by Sega. And you're playing on it. It's a brilliant game. Characters fantastic. Everyone's intertwined with each other as well. Which is like, oh my god. But you're playing on it, and you're just like, yeah, make Shenmue free, Sega. Make Shenmue free. And I know, like, you know, if you know Sega representatives are watching this, I know I'm being very loud by saying that, and I know there's loads of things online saying make Shenmue free or give, you know, the creator the rights to make it himself, stuff like that. What I can say is, don't pester. Just say you want it. Or, I don't know, set up a Kickstarter to fund it. Set up a Kickstarter. Something like that. To help fund this game. And all the money. Give it to Sega. This is for Shenmue. If we give you the money, will you make Shenmue? The fans want it. The fans want it. But say what I can say, again, do it for a Kickstarter. Do a Kickstarter project. Because that'll show you the fans and the loyalty and how much they're willing to pay for it. But don't have it like, you know, they can pay what they want. They can pay the, you know, a normal price for the game. So that way, and people who put into the Kickstarter get the game. That'll be the deal. Same with, what is it, Piano Solar? Like, you can pre-order that now, $50? And you can get, like, the Dreamcast version, and that's your pre-order. But you're hoping towards Kickstarter, because it's going to be an HD remake. But yeah, that's it. This is games that I love. If you want to leave a comment, I strongly recommend it. I want to hear from you games that you love and you think are amazing. And everything. Things that I can do to improve the channel. I'm working on the channel at the minute, because I want to make this like a thing that I can constantly do. I should have a video up, hopefully, on next Tuesday. Which the date on Tuesday is the 11th, because on the 9th I'm going to the Retro Game Museum in Eindhoven and going to pick up some stuff there, so I might be doing a pickups video and talking about the stuff that I've seen and everything. And I might try and taking a few pictures and, you know, putting them up here and there to show you and show you some stands. I'm going to be talking to a lot of people there and everything. If you happen to be in the Netherlands and you go in there and you see me, say hi. And again, thank you for watching. I am Andrew Smith, and I am your Dutch gamer. I don't know, I'm trying to think of a name as well, you know, a nice fancy name for the channel. Actually, if you have any suggestions for that, leave it in the comments below. Okay? Thank you. And thank you well to all the Dutch people as well. And see you next time.